Yeah, good stuff. And we're good. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to our Dark Souls Remastered, Re-Remastered walkthrough guide. This is episode two. I'm changing it from like the zero to ones. This is just episode two. Today we're tackling first half of the Burg, and then do a little clean up, talk to NPCs, do all of that. We'll just get right into it. In the last episode, if you remembered, we did a couple of housekeeping, upgrade our flask, some armors, we checked out the heal spell, just some basic, and then talk a little bit about the channel. You guys aren't missing much if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. Alright, easiest way to tackle this game is to just get comfortable with rolling, like having spatial awareness, and being comfortable enough to bait out attack and just really read your opponent. I would say the easiest like type of starter weapons is your shield, just your regular sword and board, and just you swing, and yeah, just block and swing. All right, hold on. Just trying to, where is it? Button settings. Is it in button settings? Yeah, this right here. I knew it was gonna be off because I didn't change that last time. Forgot to. No account. Uh, there you go. If you're on console like me, if you on PlayStation, you want to change your jump button from the circle button so you don't roll. Like if you're sprinting, you want to roll out attack. If you would jump, then you don't get iframes, and then you just get hit. And it's just honestly easier having it mapped with the button, such as the left stick, which you're not using for anything else. That's just a little tip, along with the auto wall recovery, turning that off. You just want to come over here, pick the ring sacrifice, do your little thing, and then jump back across. Most of these jumps that we're making, they look a little dangerous, but they're not that dangerous as long as you get your character angled properly before running and jumping, which is also just another thing you have to get comfortable with. I can't really help you guys with that. You just want to come over here. What we're gonna do is two-hand our weapon. If you know about weapons, if you read the item description that we didn't get a chance to pick this up, you can see our broadsword. If you press square on it, it is a straight sword, which I guess it doesn't mention in this game. It mentions it in the second game, Dark Souls 2. But you can see you have your forward sweeping swings, and then you also have your up and down. Just let me check, just in case. You can see like this would have it. You have your regular and thrust. Let's say you have your sweeps, but then you go your R2. Is it forward? Yeah, I don't know. It's the bad demonstration, but it tells you like based off the moveset, and you can use that. Like when two-handing, it's up and down. It's better in close corridors. But don't mind me. Just come on down here, pick up this, kill this guy, which is another time to use your two-hand. Honestly, I would not recommend this to you guys, but I play kind of recklessly. I just like getting through the area, having everything to see, and then like planning my build and stuff. I like those aspects. So personally, I like even though I can block, I can wait for the attack and then block, and you get a little counter damage, which you can see why that was 57 instead of like that 33 usually. You can just forego that and just strike. Like honestly, I would rather just get hit and just keep striking. Just kind of greedy, not gonna lie, but like this, I don't got time to wait. So that's just another aspect of getting comfortable, how much damage you're willing to take and how much risk you're. It's like extra, you don't have to take it because it's extra risk, but it's just like risk management. You don't have to, but you can. Just keep your options open. Remember the last episode, we're missing one point of faith to use our heal spell, which we'll be putting on shortly. Uh, can I pass roll with this? Can I put on like the helmet? Can I put the helmet on? Nah. So we'll just rock the gloves. At least we have some armor, even though you just see my bacony booty. Honestly, I don't know if that will get demonetized. I don't know. First couple of videos, I don't know. I haven't really read up on any demonetization, what you're not supposed to say. I just really, nah, honestly, personally, I just avoid cuss words, avoid anything controversy. I don't talk no like politics. I don't talk any about that. You guys are here for the game. That's all I'm here for. To entertain and get you guys through this. Oh, watch out for that. He jumped quick. Just gonna back up. Hit these guys one at a time. You can see there's an archer, which I want to avoid. Oh, that's another thing. I'll show you guys in a little bit. First, come over here, pick up this. This is a wooden shield. It's like 93% physical block. It's much lighter though. It's decent overall. It's half the weight. If you're like a spellcaster right, build that doesn't really have a solid shield and you just need something to help block some attacks, recommend using that. All right, heal up. Didn't realize I was that low. And then I'll come back down here. So, like I mentioned in the last episode, I did your forward R2 on the Asylum Demon, which is, ooh, there we go. That's your forward R1, which is the kick. With the forward R2 or the R1, some weapons, such as like a scimitar, they have special animation. They'll do like a backflip. To each their own. Honestly, I personally don't like the backflip because then it doesn't do as much like poise damage or stance damage, so you can't break your guard as easily. But it still comes in handy. And then your ooh, your forward R2 gets you that plunging attack, or it gets you the jumping attack, which can lead into a plunging attack. See what's over here. This is the Undead Merchant. He's the male. There is a female Undead Merchant, which are both have the same name, which is quite strange. I don't know. What we want here is this residence key. We want to try to get some money for that, and we also want you want a bow and some arrows. So I'm gonna buy the bow first. Buy some wooden arrows. That should be good. And we still need this residence key for 1,000. So personally, I don't think we have enough
Thank you
souls.
kindly.
I'm not quite sure. Yeah, we should have enough. That should be 1,000. All's good, guys. Never mind. Honestly, the reason why we want this is for these we can come back to and get later. Because the repair box, you don't really, weapons are not going to degrade that much. It's not like their abilities that important. There's some armors and stuff we might pick up at a later date. But, he's like fusing my body. But honestly, we just want that residence key because it opens up a NPC later on. But there's a door in this area that we need. So just slowly finish off these guys. We want to get up enough souls that we can go level up. Since we are so early in the game, I'll probably just pop. Yeah, these two should be enough. This is like 800 plus 400, that's 1,200. That should be like level 2. And then we're gonna get our one in faith. You guys also want to make sure that you have the stat requirements for bows, because there is stat requirements for these games. Like your great sword requires 24 strength, while two-handing a weapon you gain bonus of 50% more strength. So technically you'd only need to like 18. But it's rounded down. So 16. Oh, no, my fault. I'm thinking about Dark Souls 2. But if you say you do 16, that's all you would need. You just have it. You get 8, add that onto your 16, you get 24. You just need 16 strength. And then you need your 10 dexterity. Giant dad reference. But that's all you need to two-handed weapon. And so say for the bow, dexterity doesn't work like that. You can't two-hand and get more dex. So you would need the two more in dex. Our next build, our next stats is going to be one in faith and one in dex once we get the levels. So we can use the bow and use our faith spell to have some extra heals while conquering different zones. Remember, this is a faith build, by the way, so we will just be, sooner or later, we'll be investing heavily into faith. I'll lean more into, it probably won't be the hard cat, which for most stats, it's a little nerdy thing, but if you guys want to learn about it, there's most stats cap around for the soft cap, like the 30s. 20 to 30 with a various minor caps. So like at 20 strength and 20 dex, that's I'd say the soft cap. So when you get past that, you'd get like you'd go from getting plus 5 damage and having like your plus 5 weapon, you'd get 5 more damage. But once you get to like the 20s or the 30s to 40s, you would get like 3 to 4, it'll start trickle off. And then after 40, which is your hard cap, you would just get the actual cap. You usually go from 40 to 99, you get like 1 damage per level. I would say not worth it in this game. So you're just gonna rest up. Let me check how much, 741. We can just wait on that. After getting our 12th dex and uh full faith. Let me slow down. Careless mistakes. So the whole reason why we want the dex is to use the bow so we can get a weapon. That weapon requires, I think, also requires like 16 strength. So we were increasing that. And our soft cap with faith will be bringing it all the way up to 30. That is a good amount to have most faith spells, such as healing spells, while not taking away from our sort of worst type of play style. We can still be like a tank. Like we're not if we classify it, we're not a cleric. We are like paladin, like a paladin. This will get our faith up to 30, and then use heal spells. Personally, I think I might get enough with like attunement slots because you need slots to use miracles. I'll probably get it up to like 3, 4 slots. I can use like Sunlight Blade, which is some and more like yeah, it's mid and late game sorceries and uh pyromancies and stuff that you might also slap on. But yeah, mid to late game we'll be using more spell-based stuff and it's just auxiliary, if you guys want to call it something. It's a little additional bonus we'll add on to our build. But our main stuff is coming from the strength index. That's death number one. Then he's gonna come up behind us. Dark Souls. Can never get enough of it. But yeah, this is like it's, it's a quality build plus faith. So yeah, we get our faith up to 30 and use a couple of spells, but then we'll probably get like as much dex and strength as stuff we need. It'd probably turn up to like let's say like 30 strength, 25 dex, something like that, like 40 dex, 25 strength, and then like rest in vigor and endurance. We could just whoa. Heal up, item through. So hard to get used to not only playing different games at a different pace, but just the power scaling that this game, the Dark Souls games have of being from strong to weak. Like if you check your defense when you level up in this game, any stat, you gain defense to most of your stats up to like 140 where like caps off. But that's a lot of defense. It's really noticeable when you're taking hit, especially when you have no armor on. So we just don't have that. And then less health, less endurance, less stats. Hard to get used to. And then like there's fast-paced games in the franchise such as Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Night Rain, which got their DLC announced, which I'm happy about. Just hard to get used to. This is more slower paced. But it's not the slowest, and that'd be like Demon Souls. You can't even really jump in that game. You your character will automatically like vault over things, and then not really. There's not a lot of running. It's more like jogging, and then I don't know. It's more sluggish. Nothing bad about the game. It's just it dawns on you. But it's also makes the tension as most boss fights a lot more because you don't got the dodging capability. You It's either you just gotta go in and pray, fight the boss, or stay as far range as you can, far away from the danger. But anyways, let's come over here. Kill this undead hollow. I'm down. And oh, by the way, we're still using it. We're still off some AirPods, some headphones. So any voice quality, yeah, you guys just gotta mention in the comments because I play it back when I'm editing because I stitch the audio and the video usually together. My editing, it's not phenomenal. I don't like edit out the waits at the start where I wait like 10 seconds so I can sync it up with the audio. I just run both of them at the same time. I start talking, so I don't, it's just less to worry about. Notice over here, this is a Black Knight. They are very strong enemies. Mr. Backstab. I can kill him. These guys are very easy to chain backstab, which chain backstab is when they do this. When you're getting up in this game, Dark Souls 1, especially, if you time it right, you can just infinitely backstab an opponent, working PvP and PvE, and you can just get free damage. In PvP, it doesn't. There's a way to reverse back roll out of it. You don't like reverse dodge. That's very high level skill. So for most, you can't really escape. You also have to account for lag though. If you game lags and then there's nothing you can do about that, they'll probably get out, backstab you instead. Be like some reverse Genjutsu, and then you're like, I don't even know, you just cooked. So yeah, that's how you put it. Lag in Dark Souls games, terrifying, especially in PvP. That was a partial parry. You see how I didn't get staggered and it counted as a block, but I still took damage because I was in the parry animation. Ooh, the Black Knight Sword and the Blue Tear Stone Ring. No, the Black Knight Sword was not guaranteed. It just drops from these guys. These are non-respawnable enemies, but the Black Knight Sword is upgraded with Twinkling Titanite. Says 20 to 18. Cannot be infused or buffed with resins, but is very strong. This can carry you through the whole game, which is good. It's set for any weapon, but this, especially like Black Knight weapons, some of the easiest to just pick up and use. If you just get 20, if you don't need 20 strength, you get the what I say, you have it. You need like 16 strength, 15 rounded down, 17, 14. Yeah, you probably only need like 14 strength. And then you get your 18 dex and you just two-handed and then that'll solo the game. You put the rest of your points into like all the way soft cap vitality and endurance at like 50 and 40 respectively. And then yeah, you'll just be chilling. Let's see if I can get this little jump. There you go. Don't try that. That usually you'll just end up getting uh you'll just get knocked over. It's just you can run jump it. I like doing it when I can, but it's also really risky, so I wouldn't recommend. So coming in for this next boss fight, you yeah, I'm just surprised I've been talking so much. You want to put on some black fire bombs, some regular fire bombs just in case, and some lightning pine resin. This boss is weak to lightning and fire, so you want to take advantage of that weakness. But first, you want to come break open this chest. Oh, he's getting away from you. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! He's got the jukes. These are crystal lizards. Those are the ones who drop the materials guaranteed to get your twinkling cyanide, but it has a chance to drop between large cyanide and titanite chunks as a additional drop. It's good to kill them when you can. It gets you frame craft material, which like I said, the Black Knight sword upgrades to twinkling cyanide. It's like its progression is like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's first two levels you got there for free, and then it's a huge amount of damage and scaling. It scales all the way up to like 80 in strength. So if you want to just take advantage of that, you'd be good to go. So I'm gonna go right here. The boss will jump down, so you want to get half bow halfway until you see him, and then immediately turn back around. I would say 200 weapon two. And you saw that we buffed up our weapon. We're gonna do a plunging attack. Okay, so the easiest way to get it just when you see him turn around, he's gonna do a jump. and then you just wait a little bit, drop, plunging attack. You don't want to wait too long because then he'll jump up there, which is you can fight him up there. I just wouldn't recommend it. Hitbox. It's more circular, which is true, but honestly, this is the easier way to fight him. You just chuck firebombs at him. Even though I missed. That's surprised I still got that. Or you can run him. Weapon's still buffed. We played a little safe. Chuck a firebomb. He goes down. Sloppy, but it still worked. Honestly, if you just after you get the plummeting attack, you could just wail on him with your lightning buff, and he'll be easily defeated. It's alright. Oh, hold on. Sometimes bosses, if they're that guy's a boss, but you find him later on in the you will find him later in the playthrough. You'll see a whole bunch of him. He can be farmed for his weapon, but some boss fights they will drop they have the chance to drop low because they count as a regular enemy. And then there's also dragons, which you can cut their tail off. Which is also something to look out for when you're like defeating these bosses for the first time. You wanna 'cause these bosses don't respawn. So you wanna make sure you can get everything you can, and just have access to it. So come over here. This is Solaire. I don't even know where he's from, honestly. We all just call him Solaire. This is the Princess Sun guy. If you've seen any reference, which you probably have, he's all about Jolly Cooperation. He's like in basically every FromSoft game where there's a reference to him. He's the guy with Princess Sun, and we'll be seeing him later. He has a quest line that we'll be doing all the way through the game. He will help you fight the final boss as long as you do his quest correctly. And since we're basically like a Sun Bro. We have a faith-based build, so we'll be seeing what I believe if you get 25 faith, you'll see him at the summit altar, and he will help us get a couple of items. And he'll teach us a miracle, or not the miracle, but the gesture praises song, which you guys want to look out for. If you're doing the oh yeah, all gestures trophy. I just want to come back down here really quickly before we wrap this episode. Like, I'm gonna keep these episodes more short. It's gonna be like it's just zone like this. This is all Undead Burg. We won't count the 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 whole. I don't honestly I don't remember what it's called. But the whole area. Forgot to level up. The whole area past Andre or before Andre. I won't count that. That's its own zone. So one faith, one dex, strength up to like 16. This should be good. This is our new build at level 16. Are we level 16? Or level 12? This is a new build. We'll be putting on our short bow. You can see we can use the heal spell now. Get all the arrows. So for this Helldrake, which is what I believe he's called like the Helldrake or the Drake or something. You want to pull out your bow, wait until the tail gets right there, and you can shoot it off. Depending on your stat investment, your level of your bow, and your scaling. Say you pick like the hunter who starts with the bow, he has better scaling index, so it'll take a couple of fewer shots. Or if you bought the other brand of arrows, the standard or the large, it'll take a little less shots. With the wooden, that's all we could afford. It'll take about it's like 16-ish shots, 16 to 20, which would take a while, but I'm not gonna really stress about it. And personally, this will not be edited out. This is like a playthrough, like an old school type of YouTube video. You will see most of it. I'll just keep you guys company while as I do the shooting, you know. So our plan in the next episode will be we will be tackling. There's a couple of things we'll be doing. There is an NPC called Lautrec that will be freeing. We'll be doing all of the Bill gargoyles and all that area. We'll be fighting the Bill gargoyles, freeing Lautrec, picking up a Firekeeper Soul, talking to Andre, leveling up a bit of your weapons and gear, maybe a little bit of lore I might talk about. I get you emote, little yeah, little gesture, two gestures should be in the next episode. Yeah, two gestures, and then I'll lightly speak on about returning to the asylum because there's a second boss there that we can fight. And if you saw after we left the cage, there was another asylum demon under it called the stray demon. He was under the floor. So when you come back, we're gonna fight that, which won't be until later on in the playthrough. It would probably be like episode 5 or 6. I mean, it should. It will. Honestly, I like going there early. You know, you shouldn't. As long as you have a bleed weapon, like it will just basically annihilate him. To be honest. But yeah, with a bleed weapon, which is just it's like 3 4 hits, and he'll bleed, and then he'll get stun locked in his animation. As long as you can get that down, you can basically just finish him off. So we'll be doing that for some free souls and craft materials early on. But yeah, that's how it probably will be. You guys probably won't be seeing this episode until future done editing for the that like messed up series for Dark Souls. The Dark Souls first remaster, the first attempt. Personally, that probably won't finish until February, is where all the episodes will come out. These episodes will still come out Tuesdays, a point 5 episode or anything like that. Any information will come on Thursday. But yeah, honestly, I'll probably unlist that whole series. If you guys are seeing this right now, the last series is in a playlist that has like 20 episodes or 20 parts, but it's probably been unlisted. So you won't see it and recommended anymore, so there's no confusion. That would just the whole series unlisted. It would just be in a playlist on the channel. Probably in the very bottom. It'd be like I don't even know what I'd title. I'll probably make a subcategory that's called like failed attempt at or first attempt at YouTube, and then you just find any messed up videos like there. If I make like say I make a mistake on like I don't know, I'm playing like Resident Evil 6 and then I missed recording the whole first chapter, maybe the first chapter and a half. I do the second chapter. You missed that. Yeah, honestly, it might be either I used my main account or my side account. Or I might even have to make a new account just like show you guys to fruition. I don't know. I don't even know how to say that word. But yeah, I just make it so it's more it's just it's all put together. That's what I'd like to say. It's everything comes together smoothly. Personally, I would prefer it that way. So I try my best. There's a couple of games coming out. Like I want to try out. Oh, it's like Neo 3. I don't know what that's gonna come out. GTA 6. That was a big thing. That you guys might see on the channel. There we go. We can stop. But yeah, things to look out for. So we got just. Ugh, excuse me. I can't speak. What we got there first? You want to put on the blue tier stone. This increases your defense while low HP, which is below 30%. Which is while we have no ring slots. And we're in Dark Souls 1, there's no such thing as weight limit for your rings, so you might as well have it equipped. But this, since it breaks, don't equip it. Let's just leave that on. And then we just got is the Drake Sword. There's 10 dexterity, 16 strength. You see how it does 200 base damage. This is a newbie trap. Most YouTubers call it that, and it is true. But for early game, this can get you, I would say, early to mid game. You can use this all the way up, or until you get to like Sense Fortress and Inner Londo. Use this weapon. This will get you all the way from late early game to maybe not mid, but early mid game. Very good. It's a little heavy, but also you can see that shield icon above our endurance or below our endurance. That's the up arrow. It will boost all our elements of resistances. You can see 50 magic. It's very slight because it's like percent increase, I believe. But it'll take care of or be aware of. I mean, we won't be able to be able to fast forward, so we'll just put our armor back on basically. Still mid roll. What if I chest plate on? That's heavy. Personally, I don't prefer most heavy chest plates because they make that huge like armor and chain sort of deal. I don't know. I just the enemies are aware of it, and it just runs me the wrong way after a while. Just constantly hearing it. But anyways, guys, we'll wrap it up here. Mm, It's not much to say. Talked about next episode. We'll be tackling on the rest of the Burg and past the Hellkite Dragon and all the way to Andre and the gargoyles. So just want to let you guys know to like, comment, subscribe, and do as you please. And until next time, I want you guys to make sure you don't go hollow. See ya. Take care.